Good morning, dear diary. So some of the things that have been happening over the past 24 hours have actually been pretty darn positive. Yesterday, it's actually just about 7 a.m. right now, so I'm just reporting on things that happened yesterday pretty much. When I woke up yesterday, I just woke up now, but when I woke up yesterday, I felt very, very, very happy. And I think the reason is that I have been out here in New York City since March of 2010. It is now December of 2011. So like 1 year and 3/4, pretty much 2 years. And I have been using every second of every day and every ounce of energy I have onto making a life here, onto getting an apartment, having a job to pay for it, and being able to furnish my apartment. And right now, I'm pretty much almost finished with that goal. I mean, I found the place, I have the apartment, it's furnished, it's finished. And the only thing I'm doing now is I am getting, trying to technically switch jobs. I mean, I love my job. I don't love my job now, but my job now is pretty cool. So they're making coffees and roofing. It's not bad. I like it. But I'm trying to find a better paying job, even though this one lets me pay the bills. But besides that, I basically have almost achieved my goal. I'm like at 95%. I'm just trying to make more money now. So like when I wake up, unless I'm feeling bad like I am today because like I'm in a little bit of physical pain, it's like amazing. You know, I wake up and I'm surrounded by this apartment that I've created, and I wake up on a comfortable bed, and you know, I have my television, I have my internet, and everything. I got my kitchen painted, and my restroom's clean, and I got dishes and refrigerator that works, and I have a heater, and I got curtains. So it's just like a very, very comfortable place. On top of that, I just started this what would you call it, routine of keeping it very, very, very clean. Basically completely clean. Like every corner of it's clean. I'm always cleaning it up. And that's just because I wanted to bring women over, and I'm going to probably very soon. But, I mean, it's also become like a thing that I like to do. Like, I look at the apartment and keep it super neat any chance I get. We can record it. Tough. No. And okay, so when I wake up in the apartment, it's like sparkling clean. That feels amazing. So I wanted to report on the happiness I felt yesterday when I wake up. I feel similar happiness today, but I'm in a bit of physical pain. I also recorded a few videos back, my very first instant date. Yesterday, I went on my second ever instant date with an instant chick. Amazing. I went after work, went to Barnes & Noble. And after I got done getting some books that I'm getting from something that I'll talk about after I'm done with this one, I went and did my very first approach. I went outside of Barnes & Noble, and there was a girl like about to get on her bicycle. This lady's in her 30s. Said she's 31. I'm gonna believe her, but you know, I like the Jay-Z quote. What does he say? Believe only half of what, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. But anyway, said she's 31. I just approach her. So she's my very first approach of the day. I approach her with my new opener that I got from the boot camp from Adam Lyons, which is, hey, sorry miss, I just saw you, and I just saw you had I noticed you have a great sense of style, and I just had to come up and tell you. And they say whatever, they say like thank you probably, and then I just follow up with, is it something that comes to you naturally or something you've cultivated? And then I usually follow up with, oh, sorry to be forward, I just took a lot of theater in college, and it kind of makes me fearless as a person. Then I usually start telling them that I have a job as a writer, complete bullshit. That my job is a job I don't want my friends tell me to be happy about, but I just can't get excited about it. Kind of like showing a little bit of like high value twice, like maybe, I don't know, but like there's a cool job that other people like, but I don't give a shit. I don't know. Saying that I work for this photographer that charges $30,000 for a photo shoot, and that I write his blog. It's a cool freaking job idea. I actually got it from this girl I want to probably go on a date today. I can't forget about that. Wow, I gotta message her. She has that job, or had that job when I met her 3 weeks ago. She got fired from that job. So now I'm using that because it was like sexy when she said that. To tell girls just to make it sexy. I don't want to say I don't work at a restaurant. If I say I'm a writer, I feel like I'm covering more bases. But okay, you know. Eventually I'll be able to tell the truth. But until that, I will not, unfortunately. I like this lie. It's fucked up that it's a lie, but whatever. So one of my very second, I guess that qualifies as a thing you could say for the very first. Instant Date, which was amazing. What books was checking out of Barnes & Noble? I did not purchase any books at Barnes & Noble. Because as of right now, my income and my outcome, I guess, my bills and my income are almost the same. I earn almost about the same as I spend. So I'm on this like no buying time. I'm trying to just not buy anything. Yesterday with that girl, I went to Barnes and Noble and we had coffee and I spent like $5. I want to make another point on that girl. Now I'm going to try to do this one thing that I'm noticing on my day game, which is stronger than my night game. I'm going on instant dates. I'm going to try to do a trick. Whenever I approach a girl, I'm going to try to have an empty Starbucks cup in my hand. Okay? So if she kind of agrees to come with me and have a cup of coffee, there's a possibility she pays for herself. I've noticed I've gone on 3 dates, if I count the instant ones, in the past month, which is crazy. On 2 of the instances, the girl has paid for herself. So these are 3 different chicks. So there's a chance that they pay for themselves, which is awesome. If they do that, then I'm going on a date free, which is as opposed to paying 5 for myself or 10 for both of us. I don't want to do that. Didn't buy anything on Barnes & Noble. But I'm looking on books currently on finances because I have goals that I'm working on right now. They're like short-term goals. You know, like, but still kind of difficult goals. I'm trying to, have sex for the first time, technically. I have a description of my actual first sex experience, a few videos that, or maybe the last video or something like that. It's called, Who I Am and Where I'm From. Trying to get a girlfriend for the first time. Trying to become a bit of a player also. I have a goal in mind, which I'm noticing that Adam Lyons, Pua, has, what would that word be? Structure, not structure, but hierarchy of skill sets in his company. And I think it would be fair to say that it's him, then his coach, Alex, then the rest of his instructors, then his approach coaches. And when it comes to the approach coaches, they're nice, freaking people. But I kind of felt like when I looked at them, hey, they could get a job working for Adam. I could get a job working for Adam. Like, there's nothing that much special about that. Probably, I don't know. But so I'm thinking if I get good enough, I could probably, for lack of a better word, convince Adam and his company to hire me as a music video approach coach, which would be awesome. Another goal I'm working on is I am trying to, which already got this freaking job, get an approach job. I did it because I was going to go ahead and start paying my bills. I've been paying $300 rent since January when I very first got to the apartment through December, which is now thanks to a government subsidy that they gave me to post in a homeless shelter for a year. And the subsidies, they seem that they're about to cut it off. So I want to go ahead and probably try to pay off anything. I mean, since my rent's going to go up increase by $400, going to go from $300 to $700. I want to go ahead and be ready for that hit. I can handle a hit with my current income, but I just want to be able to have some money for leisure, obviously. So increase my finances, and I'm doing it through a pickup job where I go and approach women hilariously in the daytime outside of New York City streets, and I ask them, I try to get them to buy a promotion for a salon. It's almost as much as a pickup job, except for an actual pickup job. That's a job could be. Is that all that I'm working on right now? And I'm trying to renew my passport. I just want to have that taken care of. Also, renewing my passport would let me have easier access into nightclubs. Currently, I'm getting into nightclubs through the passport I have that is expired. But the bouncers somehow don't notice the expiration date. They just don't give a shit, which is awesome. Almost every single bouncer is letting me through without noticing it. No one's been, as of yet, no one has noticed the expiration date. So I'm renewing that. And meeting a girl also has the possibility of getting me a green card. So currently I have a bit of a bad illegal immigration status. So those are the things I'm working on. But they don't feel like, it's a bunch of short-term goals. But somehow they're not enough. I need something like an ultimate thing to work on. Besides all these things, work my life on. I just feel like these are not enough. My ultimate goal is not to work for Adam Ryan in life, or to get a green card and that's it, or something like that, or to get really good at a post job and be done. No, I need to know where am I going in the long term. So I went to Barnes & Noble and I started that I'm going to probably pick up some books on finances unless something changes. I thought I was going to do acting. I still haven't tried it, but the more I look at acting, the more it's looking like it's something that's not something that I want to do for a living, or that I would love. I don't see me getting into another person's, I don't know, persona or whatever, character, self, pretending to be them, and that being the thing that I love the most in life. I don't see that being my passion. Matter of fact, I can barely watch a movie. It's very, very rare for me to be able to watch an entire movie. Like, I will get bored in the first 15 minutes. So, I don't really like watching movies. And I go and pick up a book on finances. I go to I ask the lady at the counter or whatever, at the help desk, tells me to go to the finance section, the personal finance. And, not to my surprise, most of the book titles I don't understand. Like, managing cash flow, or equity something, or day trading. And I'm like, I don't know what any of that means. I kind of read that stands for. Two books that I did understand, though. One book was The Complete Idiot's Guide to Working on Your Finances in Your 20s and 30s. Okay, I understand that book. And then there's another book called Clark Howard's 250 Ways to Save Money, or something like that. Okay, cool. So those two titles I understand. So I'm going to start off with those two titles, but I'm not going to purchase them, because I'm going to no purchase. I'm going to purchase free, like on a company. That's funny. And instead I recorded the books, like the titles of them, and I went home and Googled for torrent, which is a free file, illegal piracy download of the book. Hard to get an illegal download of a book, because they're just not as readily available in the black market, I guess I could call it, as music or video. Music and video you can find like that, but people are just not downloading that many books. Books are not the main thing people download illegally. It's definitely more movies than music. Luckily, though, I find both of the books. I find Clark Howard. I'm about to actually see they actually work, and my work is when I plug them into my e-reader, do they turn out looking okay? Are they readable? I did find Clark Howard, and I found the 1999 edition of Financing Your 20s and 30s. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be very similar to the 2000 whatever edition. It's just, as a consumer, I think if I pick up a book at Barnes & Noble and I open it, and as I said, copyright 1999, I'm probably going to put it back. So I'm almost certain that one of the reasons that they revise books and update them in every year. They do new editions for them. It's simply because they will continue to sell. But I mean, I'm sure there's not that much useful information in it. And even if there is, I know I'm going to get a good bulk understanding with this version, even though I would obviously prefer a newer version. But I found something also very cool while Googling for books. Okay, I found the Complete Idiot's Guide to Persuasion. It's actually, besides all the cool fucking things I said in this video, that's another one of the highlights of this video that I'm recording. Why is that huge? Why is finding the Complete Idiot's Guide to Persuasion huge for me? Because persuasion has a lot to do with my goals. Adam Lyons, who I'm currently following in pickup, to a degree he has recommended to me to read a book on this guy Robert Cialdini called Influence, the Science of Persuasion. Robert Cialdini is an author who's in Barnes and Noble everywhere, and he sells this book called Influence. But I'm at a point in my life where I distrust every single information source. I pretty much assume everything's a lie. Everything is lying to me. Nothing is the truth. And so I distrust this guy Cialdini because, you know what? I don't know. I don't have concrete evidence who Cialdini is. I don't have concrete evidence that says Robert Cialdini went to school, even though he probably does, teaches at a school, even though he probably does, is legitimate in his teachings, and his teachings are fact and evidence. I mean, his teachings are true. I don't have concrete evidence of that. And if I don't, I'm not going to trust it. And I don't have that for any source. So it's kind of, I have to use my common sense to try to figure out what I think is fact or fiction, or I could spend some time into researching for some freaking evidence, right? So I don't really trust Robert Cialdini. I trust the Complete Idiot's Guide or any For Dummies book much more than Robert Cialdini for some reason. Like, to me, a For Dummies book or a Complete Idiot's Guide, I just somehow trust it as more true. I don't know why. Like, I don't know how to put it in. It's like, this has to be true. This is part of this collection. You know, like, they don't have a reason to lie, and I don't know why. And I'm sure there's probably a way to explain it, but I also don't have evidence that the Complete Idiot's Guide is telling the truth, or the For Dummies book is telling the truth. But there's something about that collection that makes, oh fuck, it's on this type of shit. It has to be true. You know? Like, for example, in Pickup, there's something called NLP, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I do think it's super creepy. It's like this Scientology type of self-improvement-y, fucking cult-type bullshit hypnosis. Creepy. And I'm willing to bet if I go and look for a Complete Idiot's Guide to NLP, I won't find it. That makes me very happy. That's one of the reasons why I trust, I think, these books, because they don't have bullshit. It's like, they seem to be bullshit free, and I hope that they are. I'll end up finding out that no, they're all bullshit. I trust them as of yet. So, in Adam, I saw him again this last month, this month, early this month in December. And when he speaks, he's extremely likable when he gives his speech in his boot camp. Like, extremely, like, holy shit, this guy has way too good of a personality. It's a little ridiculous. I judged him from what he was last year when I saw him in November of 2010. He also very, very likable, but it's like he's become even more likable. It's ridiculous. So does this guy, what is he doing? Where did the change come from? What information did he use to go from A to B? He was already super likable last year. He became even more. What did he do? He had to have done something. He improved. He was like at a 9.5 last year. He's like at an 11 in likability, judging him only on the speech he gave. Okay? I think he's not figuring these things on his own. So that has to do with persuasion. I think his speeches and that, something's hinting to me that this guy's studying persuasion, and that's how he's getting these hints. That's where he's getting this information from. Why is picking up then The Complete Idiot's Guide to Persuasion huge for me? Besides the fact that it has to do with my life, because it's in the books I read, Robert Cialdini, it's in the people I want to work for, Adam Lyons. Why? Because when I find it as a Complete Idiot's Guide title or as a For Dummies title, it's like the subject is now real. Okay? Before, I felt like I couldn't trust the science of persuasion as a whole. And I still feel like I don't. Like I said, I assume everything's a lie and everything's out to get me. Information is out to get me. And it's always bullshitting me. But finding a Complete Idiot's Guide on the subject, it's so nice because it's like, okay, I still don't trust anything, but it now gives persuasion some more credibility points. Oh, there's a Complete Idiot's Guide on this subject? Then this, in my mind, now has some more points, and it's slightly more likely to be true, to be actually something that I could learn and improve on. And also, it's a Complete Idiot's Guide. If I know nothing about a subject, there's absolutely nothing I like reading better than a For Dummies or a Complete Idiot's Guide. Just like heaven. Oh, thanks. I don't know anything, and this is exactly what I need. I love it. Final thing. I want to talk about one of my wingmen, Rahul. And this guy is extremely committed. Freaking committed guy. I've been knowing him for 4 months now, and I met him doing pickup. He's been steadily doing pickup every weekend for 4 months. He actually just moved from New Jersey to Brooklyn just so he could pick up every day. He has been, since I've met him, has had no approach anxiety, like zero. Like walking up to 4 women, zero approach anxiety, this guy. So he has that down. The only problem is, every time he approaches a set, whether it be single set or 2 set or whatever, I never approach more than 1 girl, but usually 2 and 3 at a time. He creeps them out, makes them feel negative or uncomfortable in some sort of way. Recently I've been doing pickup and shit's going good for me. I'm going on instant dates, women are digging me. I tried to pull this one yesterday, but she didn't notice that I tried to pull her, which is fucking awesome. So I'm doing good in day game. My day game is actually like incredible right now. Like I can't believe how good it's going with my day game. For Rahul, for 4 months, this dude's been steadily doing so great at approaching, but getting blown out over and over and over and over with no improvement. I even got frustrated about it a month back, or maybe a little less than that, and I told some of the wingmen I was hanging out with, one wingman, I was like, hey dude, we should do something, but he disagreed with me. He was like, no dude, everything's fine with him, don't worry about him. But I talked to other 2 guys now that I wing with, and they're like, yeah dude, this guy needs some change. So what I need to do is I need for Rahul, I figured out what I think my personal super amateur's opinion was what he needed to change. And the thing is, since I'm terrible with girls, if you look at my track record, I extremely don't feel qualified to give this advice, but because I'm getting a little bit better results than him, maybe I could sort of give him an opinion that he can follow or not. So I noticed that the big difference between my sets and his sets was that the majority of my sets would give me positive responses, and the majority of his sets were giving him negative responses. So we had to adjust. Like I just tell him to, like, only thing I can teach him is what's working for me. So he was trying to approach girls that are walking through the front, and I'm sure that could probably work, but it doesn't work for me yet, so I can't teach it. The only thing that works for me is when a girl's walking behind her, and then walking like slightly in front of her, but she's beside me, and then turning my head and speaking. Then I use my opener, which I believe I mentioned on this video earlier, and follow up with the rest of my conversation. And the girl's usually enjoying herself. She's smiling, thank you, and alright, that's great. And you can tell she's enjoying it by her facial expression and what she's saying. Another thing that's tremendously helped me out has been practicing a lot, and I also think standing sets have helped me out. Maybe they haven't actually. No. I know how to think about it. I started going on dates with a walking set, so whatever. Now, I'm not Brad Pitt by any means, okay? But I do feel like I'm slightly good looking, okay? Yes, there's people that are way, way better looking than me, but I feel enough looks to influence a little bit harder than a person than I could if I didn't. So I think that's kind of helping me out a little bit. Which is fucked up, man, that some people, their world is so unfair and imbalanced and there's so much inequality, but I honestly think that's part of the reason why chicks are liking it a little bit. And because I'm coming off warm. But maybe it's not. Maybe it looks have nothing to do with it. Hopefully they don't. So I'm walking on day game with Rahul, and I'm noticing, like, you know, he's approaching them like really close, and it's people just they're walking by thinking he's a salesman. And he also says weird things, sometimes he's hitting on them. Sometimes he approaches and he gets in their face. Like, don't get in their face. Again, this guy's doing extremely fantastic in being able to approach and being so fucking consistent. When I met up with him yesterday, he had a new outfit on. More friendly outfit. Like, just committed as fuck. Okay. And he moved to New York City to do games. Who does that remind me of? Me. We started approaching, and basically things we needed to work on was what he was saying to them, how he was saying it to them, and how he was approaching, and we started doing that. Now, what he was saying to them, the only thing I can teach him is what I know. So he didn't have to say verbatim, because I know from learning a pitch from this guy that I have to go and study in a few minutes. It's uncomfortable when somebody tells you, do this verbatim, because it's not you. You don't talk like that. You know, you have to say it different. So don't do it. I was like, don't do it verbatim. You know, because I know that's uncomfortable, and I just learned that from my pitch. You don't want to use my words, but say the same thing I'm saying with your words, but literally the same thing. Just use your words. So trying to do that. So that's what he's saying. How he's saying it. He was also hitting on the girls a lot, or coming off as a salesman or a creep. So what's working for me is being friendly. To be honest, I feel like my looks is what I'm hitting on them with, and the fact that I'm tapping them and touching them a little bit, slide it a little bit, is also very good flirtation. Like, I'm noticing when I go up to a girl, she's not hitting on me at any point in time. She's not like, you're so sexy, oh, I want to fuck you, oh yeah, you're from Venezuela, I like that, that's where the sexy people are from. None of that, you know? So, but I'm super attracted to her, she's not doing any hitting on me, why should I hit on her? She's probably just attracted to me by doing exactly what she's doing, which is just being friendly, like saying hello and whatnot. Also, I feel like it's more socially intelligent not to hit on girls, and to me, hitting on girls is creepy. Like, maybe it's not a creepy thing, but it's just like, I hate it. Oh, damn, dude, you so fine. I can't stand that shit. I feel like I have much better chance if I go in through the friendly mode. How you doing? Just saw you, you know, and just da-da-da-da-da. And it's just easier. So, I'm making a rule, giving him my opinion, that change the way you approach. You know, try to say things that, say this in your own words. Say a more friendly thing. Say it in a more friendly tone. You can add a smile. You know, your objective is to try to be friendly. You're walking up to a girl and complimenting her on her look. You know, she's either going to think you're gay or you're into her and you're a really friendly guy. And with practice, that shit won't even matter. And who cares? What the fuck do I know what she's thinking? Probably, I have no. Maybe thinking about pink elephant. Hell do I know, right? And the third thing is literally how he was approaching them, physical body language wise. So as opposed to like to the front or really close, which because I think he raised his finger sometimes, like so that's put in their face and shit. The only thing I can teach him is what I know. So it's like, dude, don't approach them like that. Approach them. Even if they're walking towards you, okay, maybe there's a way to stop a girl and have her like you, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I can only teach you what I know. So she's walking, you let her pass, you turn around, You catch back up with her. You go past her, so she's not right next to you. She could be right next to you, but even better if she's like right behind you. And then you turn your neck and you approach. So, and then you turn your neck and you approach. Change those three things. And I told him, here's the main thing you want to work on. He just lost his job, unfortunately, so he needs to get a new job. But hopefully his skills are low, like $1,300, just like mine. So all he needs to do is freaking just get like a $10 an hour job to even cover for a while. Hopefully he can get that, get a job. And he's technically his last year of being legal is today, so he's gonna have to hustle, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to help him with that too, but it pisses me off to help somebody, but I have to. It should help somebody because they help me. Why shouldn't I help others? So the main thing you need to focus on, in my opinion, is it's getting a good response from the set. Getting a good freaking response from the girl. I approached one girl in front of him, and she blew me off. She was not digging it. Fuck, this is terrible. I'm trying to show him, Luckily, then I approached another girl, and it went good. The difference between their facial expressions, one girl was like, "What? What is this? No, I don't think so." Like, very negative. The other girl was like, "Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Really, where are you from? Oh, what kind of job is that?" Like, she was really, like, smiling. You could tell she was enjoying what I was doing. And I actually could have kept it going with that girl, but I just let her go, so I had to go home, which is silly. She was pretty. Then I go through her, and I did what I just did. Like, look, this is a negative expression, and this girl was like, this is a positive expression. This girl was like this. Try to get a positive response. Be more friendly. So, that's what I taught him. I guess I'm going to go ahead and pause this and upload it now. That 3 months has been up. Past 24 hours. Oh, also, shaving, right? I have a video back. It's called Me at the Doctor's Being Operated. Being operated because I'm trying to shave my body. So, in front of these girls, and I'm like, oh, let me shave. I was about to get laid. And ingrown hairs, one on each armpit. Super ingrown, like to the point I had to go to the hospital for this shit. Like, extremely bad. Luckily, I found that at Target they have this thing specifically designed for shaving male bodily hair. And they do look just like a razor you shave your hair with, your face with, but they're like electric. They're specifically for bodily hair. And they're great. So I'm going to use it from now on. But I had to go to the emergency room twice. Because the first time I didn't like what the lady just didn't care, so I went back the next morning. I was like, that's bullshit. She wanted me to make an appointment, but I'm sure I'm not going to make an appointment. I'll let a doctor make an appointment for me. Because if I do, I feel like it's going to take forever. People are just full of shit. I went to the clinic like a couple of days ago, and the doctor on the thing, he cuts me open, drains the pus out. So this one's kind of healed pretty much. Then he shoved a napkin, a wet gauze in my wound and closed it with tape. Leaves it in there. Tells me that when I get home every day, to take the gauze and remove it from inside the wound, take another clean gauze, wet it, and shove it in the wound, and then tape that shut once a day. Cool. I'm happy to shove something in my wound, but the problem is, it is excruciatingly painful to do that, so I just didn't do it. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to take this thing out and cover it. And I'm not going to ever put another thing in my wound. I'm just wait. In another week, we're doing a follow-up anyway, so it's like, whatever. Problem is, I didn't shove something in my wound like I was supposed to, and now it's going to get infected. So it's not the same thing. It's now not like a huge pimple, but it's not like red skin. So my doctor's going to probably be pissed. But I kind of feel like, what do you want me to do, dude? I'm not going to shove something in my wound. Are you crazy? Like, that's extremely painful. Like, I can't do it. So fortunately, I got infected again. Got another appointment on Monday. Now that is what's been up with me in the past 24. Very good 24. Now I'm about to see if these books work when I download them. I got to clean up my place a little bit because I got to clean up every time it gets slightly even dirty. I got to make the bed, put the clothes away. Then I got to study my pitch because I got to do that pitch job at noon today. And that's pretty much it. Everybody have a good one.